Kimberly with stampingbythesea.com, and welcome back to another challenge week. This week, our challenge week is about using the basic tools, and I'm really going to cover the drop shadow tool. It's really one of my favorite tools because even when paper crafting, I love to have a little bit of pop. I use a ton of dimensionals and always like something to really stand out. And you know, it's always been the fear of paper crafters moving into the digital world, not having that lift or that dimension on their layouts. And you know what? I'm here to tell you, you really can have a lot of dimension on your layouts. And when I've printed these from our Stampin' Up! Print shop, I'm always amazed at how great the layout looks, and those things that I've added dimension, they really look like they're dimensional. So for this particular layout, I wanted to show you, with stamps, with stamp brushes, and with your embellishments, you really can get a lot of great lift using that drop shadow tool. And for instance, I want to show you the paper doilies. When you first add it, it's just kind of flat. But as soon as I click this drop shadow tool and I increase that opacity up, and you'll notice, see that shadow there? I actually like to move that shadow depending on where this doily is going to sit. I know that this half underneath is going to be covered, so this doesn't mean much to me, but this up here definitely does. Watch now when I hit OK. Look at how much dimension that paper doily is getting now. And what's great is you can see here I've added it, and it really looks like it's lifted up off the page and it's stuck underneath that photo. Again, just play with that dial to see just exactly where you want to go. Let's go back to this. You have an automatic default. Mine sits at about 35%, and I usually adjust it up just a tad. The other thing is this blur, and you'll notice that that blur gets a little bit brighter around here, that gray area. Let's hit OK and let's see what that does. And you can see the blurred area around. Now, depending on the embellishment that you're using, sometimes it's almost too much. So you have to play with that dial to see exactly what you're getting. I'm going to delete that because I don't want that one anymore. But I want to go back to this stamp brush here. Let's go over to stamps. And this came actually from the new digital download, Fall Memories. This again is also looking a little bit outside of the box on not just using it for fall layouts. My husband had a birthday this past week, and so I was doing a layout on that. And I just loved these leaves that are here. Let's just bring this up and let's just make it a little bit bigger. Bring it down here. Now I came over here and I changed the color first, and I changed it to white. And you'll notice again it's kind of flat, but the beauty of it is bring that drop shadow up. Let's just increase it a little bit and hit OK, and now you can really see it's brighter, it's lifting up off that page, and it really can change how your layout looks. You can also do this with your text. I don't do it as often if it's especially a straight line, but say for instance you're using varsity letters and they're fatter or thicker, it looks really great and it makes it really pop and stand out. All right, that's the basic tool use this week. It's really all about the drop shadow and adding a little bit more pop to your page. Try it with all your elements, your photos, your embellishments, your stamp brushes, and see just exactly what kind of stuff you can do with it. Again, this is Kimberly with stampingbythesea.com, and we hope that you enjoy all of our challenges at Simply My Digital Studio Challenge. You can also visit Heather Summers' pages at stampwithheather.ca, and she's also got some great things. All right, see you next week.